Alright guys, here we are. We're ready for math today. We are going to warm up with a fluency activity called beep counting. So what happens is I'm going to say a series of numbers, 2 numbers, 3 numbers, something like that. And when I say beep, you're supposed to fill in the blank. So you actually tell me the number that belongs there. So if I said 15, 16, beep, you would respond 17. Good. So let's go ahead with that. That's our first one. 15, 16, beep. 17, good. Good. 25, 26, beep. 27, right? 35, 36, beep. 37, noticing the pattern? Yeah, all right, let's pay attention. 12, 11, beep. 10, correct, okay? 22, 21, beep. 20, yes. 32, 31, beep. 30, right? 8, beep. 10, what goes there? 9, good. 18, beep. 20, what goes there? 19, excellent. 38, beep. 40. 39, good. Okay, last set. 9, 8, beep. 7, 19, 18, beep. 17, 29, 28, beep. 27. Good job. You did excellent, guys. Right, now we're all warmed up. Our numbers are in our brain. Let's go into our application problem, which is on page 235 in your Learn book, 235. It reads, I have 2 crayons. Each crayon is 9 centimeter cubes long. I also have a paintbrush. The paintbrush is the same length as 2 crayons. How many centimeter cubes long is the paintbrush? Use centimeter cubes to solve your problem. So if you have your centimeter cubes, yes, go ahead and use those. So I'm going to set you up a little bit of picture. So we have crayon. And we have crayon. Each crayon measures 9. That's how we measure it. Measures 9 centimeters. Then we have this lovely paintbrush, and we're told that these are the same. So how long is this paintbrush? What should we do to solve this problem? Go ahead and think it out and let me know your answer. Alright, yes. So in solving this problem, we see that the value of one paintbrush, the length of one paintbrush is the same as the length of 2 crayons. So if we add the length of these 2 crayons together, we will have the length of the paintbrush. So 9 and 9. Let's use one of our strategies, our make 10. Either one doesn't matter. Both of them are almost 10. So we're going to take one of them and break it into pieces so we can have a group of 10. 10 plus 8. So 10 and 8, group of 10 and 8 ones is 18. Am I done? No, I haven't answered the question. The question is, how many centimeters cubes long is the paintbrush? So, the paintbrush is 18 centimeter cubes long. 18 18 centimeter cubes. The paintbrush is 18 centimeter cubes long. That is my complete answer to this question. All right, so now we're going to do something. We're going to measure some things, and you're going to have to go get some stuff. We're going to measure some things. I'm going to explain it, but we're going to have to measure some things. You're going to need, if you can get one, if not, just pay attention, a fork, a pan, a picture frame. Now I'm using a mirror because I didn't have a picture frame here with me, and a shoe. A fork, a pan, a picture frame, or a mirror, something small, and be careful, and a shoe. Now, if somebody, your parent, your daycare teacher, your older sibling says, no, you can't have that, what are you doing? Just pay attention. Just pay attention to what's going on, and just watch, okay? Now, before we actually get into measuring, I want to, give you some direction like I always do. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to be measuring these things, okay? All right, so we measured these crayons using snap cubes and centimeter cubes, noting that the crayons are the same size. Why did we get different measurements? Because my cube size were different. Yes, because a snap cube, I'll show you one a little bit closer up, and a centimeter cube, look at this. Look at these sizes. They are very different sizes. The snap cube, the individual snap cube is way bigger than 1 centimeter cube. So you can't mix and match and then compare them. We did measure properly. There's no gaps, there's no overlaps, and I used the same tool for the entire length of the object. But if I wanted to compare the two, I can't say that the purple is 3 cubes long and the orange is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cubes long. That's not true. You have to use the same tool to measure both of the objects if you want to compare them based on their measurement. So, that being said, we're going to measure some objects, like I told you. A fork, a picture frame. I got a mirror because I didn't have a picture frame handy. A pan. You'd be really surprised you can find at school. And a shoe. A shoe. My God, this is really off balance. Let's go ahead and take off both. Okay, here we go. And a shoe. That's what you're going to need so we can measure them. We're going to measure these objects. And the rule we just established is you have to use the same measurement tool the whole time. You cannot switch in the middle. Now, if you have toothpicks, that's great. I didn't give you toothpicks, so I'm not going to assume you have toothpicks. You only have 20 centimeter cubes, and that might be enough for your shoe, but my shoe's a little bit bigger than that. Just a little bit bigger than that, guys. Sorry. Now, it'll work for the fork and the picture frame, but it's definitely not going to be enough for the pan. What about my paper clips? Can I use my paper clips? I think my paper clips will give me a good measurement. Now, we're going to use our paper clips. The only thing is, can I flip-flop between the two? No, I have to use the same paper clip strip the whole time. We're going to use the large paper clips. We are going to use, as a group, the large paper clips. So go ahead and at the top of your paper circle, large paper clips. And we're going to measure the fork, the picture frame, the pan, and the shoe. So let me flip my camera. Ignore my circle at the top. You know that's where it's supposed to say large paper clips. I'm not going to erase it. I'm going to move some things out of the way so we can see. We're going to do one at a time. And according to the chart we were looking at, we're going to start with the fork. We're going to measure the length of a fork using, I said, our large paper clips. We're using our large paper clips. We're going to measure the length of this fork. So I can get this a little bit clearer. Oh, that's better. Okay, so using my paper clips and my large fork, lining it up with the end of the paper clips, you can see, and here's an even better example of how, notice, technically large paper clips, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4 large paper clips. But that cuts off the tines, these are called the tines of my fork. So we're going to say that the fork is closer to 5 large paper clips. 5 large paper clips. We're going to say that the fork is, I'm going to write our numbers over here so it's not blocking our measurement. I'll make it neater later. So 5 large paper clips. The answer is 5. I know it looks funny all the way over there in the box, but that's so that when I do this, it's coming, hold on. This isn't so much so in my way, it's only a little bit in my way, and I can move this around it, okay? Because I know where I'm going to be. So the next thing we're supposed to measure is the picture frame, the length of the picture frame. This is technically a mirror, but if I flip it over, it does weird things, so we're going to look at the back of it. Because it's still the same length, whether it's right side up or upside down. Now when I say the length, I want to know how long it is. This will be how wide it is. We want to use the length. And remember what we said, if we want to compare them, we have to use the same tool the whole time. So using the large paper clips and lining it up with our mirror or picture frame, we see that it is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 and just a little bit. But if we stop there, we're cutting off a piece of our mirror. So we're going to have to count it as a 5. Because like we said, I can't give you half a paper clip, and it's better to go a little bit over than it is to go a little bit under. So the mirror or picture frame, according to this grid, is also 5 large paper clips. You have to use the same tool the whole time. Now, if you have toothpicks at home and when you're doing your problem set on your own, you decide that's what you want to measure with, be my guest. But you have to use them the whole time. If you have additional paper clips at home and you want to do that and measure that way, be my guest. You have to use the same tool the whole time. Centimeter cubes, you got your own? Bet. Measure with that. Or if you're measuring little tiny short things, cool. That works. That works. Now, we're going to measure the pan. I got a pan, okay? Now, what I want to do is, I'm not going to measure the pan and the handle just for our purposes and how long my strip is. I'm going to measure across the middle of the pan. And the reason you measure across the middle of something round is because that's where it is its longest. That's the widest part. Because if I come over here, I get a very different measurement. That's just a little bit of the pan. So we're going to put it right across the middle. And we see that that is all of our paper clips. That is all of our paper clips. Let me see if I can. Yep, that's all our paper clips. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This pan is 6 large paper clips long. So we're going to record the pan. Let me find my marker. You know I lost my marker. As being 6 large paper clips long. Good job, guys. Now, I'm going to repeat it again. I cannot just go switching to toothpicks because it's an easier way to measure the pan. I have to keep using the same tool for each item I'm measuring in this set if I want to compare them. If I want to be able to say that the pan is longer than the picture frame, I have to have measured them both with the same tool. Because if I measure the picture frame, matter of fact, I'm going to show you. If I go back here and I measure this picture frame, but now I use small paper clips instead, my new answer is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now, based on these numbers, the picture frame is 7 paper clips long, and the pan is 5 paper clips long. When we talk about comparing them, based on those numbers, the picture frame, the mirror, is longer than the pan. Is that true? No. That's why you have to use the same tool the whole time. And now, once more, using our large paper clips, and measuring our last object, we're going to measure the length of my shoe. The length of my shoe. Okay? My shoe, let's see. I'm going to turn it so I can see what I'm doing, which you're welcome to do too. You got your own shoes. I know you do. You're at home. The length of my shoe. The length of my shoe extends a little bit past the length of these paper clips. Just a little bit past it, which tells me that if I had just one more large paper clip, that would cover the length of my shoe. So that tells me my shoe is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 large paper clips long. Because even though that 7th one is not present, I can see I'm only going a little bit past the end of it. Just my toes. Just my toes. So we've already established we go up. Because I don't know about you, but I'm not cutting my toes off. Are you cutting your toes off? I didn't think so. So based on what we said, and my feet are cold, so you're going to give me a second, okay? Based on what we said about rounding up or going up to the next one so we don't cut off a piece of it, the shoe is 7 large paper clips long. Like I said, you have to use the same tool the whole time if you want to be able to compare your results. So based on these results, which object was the longest? My shoe. Good. Which object is the pan longer than? The pan is longer than the picture frame and the fork. Good job. Good job. Now, looking at this, could I use these measurements without the objects to tell you which one is longer between the picture frame and the fork? No, I would have to compare the two of them again in a separate measurement using a different tool to identify which one of these two is actually longer. And I think technically it's the fork. But because you can't just cut things off, you have to go to the next whole paper clip. I can't give you half a paper clip, guys. They got rules about that. Okay, so this is what we did together. Now you're going to do the same thing, and you're going to choose your one object to measure consistently with everything in a set on page 237. It says use a glue stick, a dry erase marker, an unsharpened pencil, your personal whiteboard, the ones I sent home with you, or one of the other first grade teachers sent home with you, and then it tells you to pick 3 additional items of your choosing. And whatever you measure the glue stick with, you have to measure the dry erase marker with. You have to measure the unsharpened pencil with. You have to measure the whiteboard with. You have to measure the other things you choose with. You have to use the same tool every time. Your options read small paper clips, large paper clips, toothpicks, and centimeter cubes. The only thing I didn't give you was toothpicks, so you work that out. And then you're going to do your exit ticket. And it says to choose 2 objects. I will pick 2 objects and ask you for the measurement of them. And you have to measure those things with the same tool. But guys, that is everything I have for you today. My shoes are back on my feet. They're starting to warm up. I'm feeling good. I need to go ahead and return this pan. But you know I'm going to tell you, and I mean it. If you have any questions, let me know. And until then,